Exterminate! Exterminate! Exterminate!
If you are in grades 5 to 8, this discovery kit is for you. Have you guessed what we're working with this time? Static electricity, the stuff of lightning. You will be making an electrostatic motor or a spinning Dalek, as I would like to imagine it to be, with some simple materials. In the kit, you will find a plastic cup, a container of Play-Doh, a skewer, some aluminum foil, and a ruler. To begin, cut the aluminum foil into strips and stick it to the container using glue or tape. Like so. Just make sure that there is a little gap between two strips. You can fold the extra if it's slightly longer than the container. Like so. Make sure there is a little gap between two strips. So let me finish this and put more strips around the container. Add one more strip. You can imagine any robot that you would like to make this into. Okay, now I have all my strips stuck to the container. And now, to concentrate the charges, I am going to add some arms for my robot or Dalek. For these purposes, I'm just going to make little pointy pieces and stick them like so, pointing outward. Why do you think we're doing this? Having these pointy pieces. Wouldn't the strips work by themselves? Try it out. To make it a pointy piece, I'm just folding the aluminum foil to form a little triangle at the end and cutting off that piece and sticking it on there with the pointy end of the triangle sticking out. Got 2 more to do. So there it is. Now that is the rotor of my electrostatic motor. To make this, so the rotor of the motor is the part of the motor that spins. So, and a motor is a device that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy and spins something. Like a fan has a motor. To make a stand so that our rotor can spin freely, use the Play-Doh tin and stick the skewer into it with the pointed end on top for the rotor to rest on. And make sure your rotor is balanced well on the stand so that it can spin. And your electrostatic motor is now ready. Now to make it spin is why this is here. So wrap your ruler with a paper towel so that it's easier to rub on the ruler. And then rub your ruler and bring it close to the spikes on your robot. And voila, it starts spinning. See it? Why? So why does this rotor spin? Let's look at materials. All materials are made up of atoms. Atoms have positively charged protons and negatively charged electrons. Protons, which are positively charged, are packed neatly into a nucleus, whereas the electrons, the negatively charged particles, are free to roam around the atoms. So when we rub our ruler with this paper towel, some of the electrons get away from their atoms and come to the surface of the ruler. And when this charged ruler is brought close to the aluminum foil spikes, the electrons charge the aluminum foil. And when that happens, the ruler and the foil are both negatively charged. So, like charges repel each other. Since this container or the rotor is free to spin, it spins away from that because of that repulsion. And the next spike comes close to the negatively charged ruler. And the same thing repeats until our ruler runs out of charge. And then we'll have to rub it all over again to make it charged, and then bring it close And there you see it spin until the charges are gone. There it is again. And spin. And gone. Now that you have a spinning motor and you know why it spins, try some experiments. What would make the motor spin faster or for a longer time? What can you rub on the ruler? What can you rub on the ruler to make it charge better? Does the number of strips on the rotor matter? What if there were no spikes? Would it do okay even then? There are so many possibilities for discovery. Let us know what you discover. Until the next